Hey, what's up, everybody? Your boy JC in the house. Special guest for me tonight, Mr. Mario. He's in the building tonight. We're always blessed when he joins me. And we have these hard conversations, so everybody gather around JC and Mario in the house. And yeah, basically tonight's topic is why don't black men and black women get along with each other? Why there's so much hatred? Why there's so much tension towards us? Why there's not enough love and compassion towards one another? So everybody gather around. You get a double header with me, JC. What's going on, Rochelle? What's going on, Crystal? Hillary, what's going on? How's everybody doing this evening?
Back at it again. What's up, man?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready for this topic, man. Get it in.
All right, brother. Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you're about, what you're trying to do.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mario Cochran, aka Mr. KTU 101. You can catch me on all social media platforms. Feel free to reach out to me, send a friend request or whatever. Love to have the hard conversation and talk about just deep topics, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to team up with JC and do another one.
What's going on? Carol, Rita, Dewana, Adrian, Crystal, what's going on, everybody? Uh, but tonight's topic is basically why do black men and black women, why do we like self-destruct? Why don't we love each other? Why don't we appreciate one another? And I'll start it off. I'll start it off this time, all right?
All right.
You need the fire,
Okay.
but I feel like there's not enough unity. There's too much self-hatred within ourselves to love each other. I just feel like ourselves, we don't feel loved enough within ourselves, and we project that self-hatred out on the other person. There's not enough people that in our corners that really have our right intentions. They may have, the faces or the masks, like I'm trying to help you out, but a lot of times, a lot of people in it for themselves and not really for the good of your own good, etc. What's your thoughts then?
Well, first of all, man, why is it so hard for black people to ask for help? That's a hell of a question. And my answer to that would be, first of all, one, we as a black community or black race, we're not taught to be weak. We're taught to be strong. For some people, we've elevated those things in reference to putting titles on ourselves, calling ourselves savages, calling ourselves dons. We've elevated to such a level of kingdomship or queendomship that we can't be seen as a peasant. So it's not cool to ask a savage for help. You understand what I'm saying? So if I find out, well, hey, I just lost my job or I don't have enough money to pay my bills, I'm not going to feel comfortable asking someone, you know what I'm saying, who carries themselves up here or always looking for the tea. So our community, our black community, we don't pride ourselves on being victims. We don't pride ourselves on being weak. We pride ourselves on being strong. Great, hey, Victoria said it, ego. No one wants to say I don't have. Everyone wants to carry themselves like, I'm the shit. And our community does not allow us to be weak. And it does not allow us to be weak publicly. That's how I see that, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. We're not really allowed to be weak, but a lot of times people are walking around, they may be empty from the inside. Just because you have a nice car, you have a nice business, etc., doesn't mean internally you're okay. Because you see a lot of guys and women commit suicide, and it's like, whoa, they had the perfect image on the outside, like perfect job, perfect wife, husband, etc. But internally, he or she was battling something that nobody else could see. You know,
Definitely.
it's
Definitely.
easy to get online, get on these type of platforms and talk to people, but you really don't know what's going on. Like I really don't know what's going on really with Mario content. You know, I really don't know what's going on with you. I see your videos, I see your posts, but do I see the person making those posts when you're sitting there writing what's going through your mindset? You know, are you really
Definitely.
okay? It was,
Case in point,
go go on.
just recently, Wendy Williams came out and said, "Hey, you know what? I've been living in a sobriety house for the last couple months because I've been struggling with drugs and alcoholism, and I was going through abuse." But yet, Wendy Williams is known for delivering the tea, known for being a savage, known for coming out there and saying, "I'm a boss." And so it's amazing when you find out, well, she was doing all these things, but behind the scenes having all these problems. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let people put on that facade as if they're so strong or they have everything going on. It's G to G. The thing about it is, it's like this: everybody at some point in time in their life needs help. So what we need to do as friends, as human beings, as just citizens, we need to just be a little bit more cognizant of, you know what, man, that person may be going through something, and don't let me be so standoffish or so hard or be so egotistical that I can't help somebody. You see what I'm saying? And that goes for family members, it goes for friends, it goes for colleagues. Be approachable. Be approachable and also be aware, not only self-aware, but be aware of your surroundings, because there may be someone on their last dollar. It may be someone that is saying, you know what, this conversation may stop me from slitting my wrist or cutting my throat or ending my life. So you never know. So the conversation that you have with someone, always make it count, because it could be the conversation that deters someone from going home and doing something to end their life.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, you never know what someone you pray to somebody, you don't know what that may do to them. You don't know who reaching it. You know, it may not hit that person directly, but it may hit their family, their sister, their brother, their uncle, their niece. You don't know who's going to hear your prayers. You don't know who's going to hear your voice. You know, that's why it's always good to have somebody that's your confidant that you can lean on. You can tell your deepest, darkest secrets to that you can lean on when you're messing up. And I think everybody needs that. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much you think that you're greater than somebody else. Nobody is greater than anybody. We're all on the same playing field, you know.
You know what's so crazy, JC? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna share something with y'all. I just retired 20 years out the military, you know what I'm saying? And it's so
Oh,
crazy because
man.
what you see is that even as an adult, life can bully people. Sometimes when we talk about people being bullied, we always think about, oh, that's elementary school, that's high school, that's small stuff. But life bullies grown-ups. Life bullies grown-ups, and sometimes grown-ups need assistance. And the thing about it is, I think that we've developed this this false facade, these false accolades of we're so fitness. And a lot of times we lose that, bro. We lose being mentally fit. You understand what I'm saying? People can have all the money, they can have all the muscles, they can have all the assets in reference to physical attributes, but mentally just can't handle problems. Mentally don't know how to be in a relationship. Mentally don't know how to communicate. So I think mentally, especially in the Black community, because mental health, it's huge, and it attacks us, and life bullies us using that mental health by saying, you know what, you're not going to go talk to a psychiatrist because you're too much. You have too much ego. You're not going to tell your family that you don't have any money. You're not going to tell your girlfriends or your boyfriends or whoever it is that you're dealing with in your circle that you need help, because you're too hard for that. You a don. You a bad bitch. You a boss. You a diva. You a savage. The thing about it is, you human. Regardless of whatever titles you put above that, the title that starts at the beginning is human. And we got to remember that.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, you're not above anybody else. And like I said, we're all struggling. We all have our own little struggle, our own little battles that we're not going to tell people, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to have that, but you got to understand that there are support systems out here that you can go to, you can reference to as well. trying to put all that hurt inside or all that pain inside and go out there and seek help, like we
Right.
talked about before in previous videos, because the outside like, man, they got it on, like we said earlier about the car, the money, the wife, or the husband, but it's like, where you are mentally. That's what I'm trying to focus at. Where your mental health at? Are you stable? You have at least 5 people you can talk to at any given moment.
That, you know what? That's interesting that you said. Do you have at least 5 people that you can talk to? The thing about it is, how do you think people choose their friends? Think about it. Do you think people choose their friends based on clubbing, turning up, drinking, getting lit? Based on, do you think they choose their friends based on derogatory stuff, derogatory negative stuff, or positive stuff? Here's the thing: the majority, average person chooses their friends based on negative and derogatory stuff. Think about it. Think about it. I've never sat around more than, let me say, 10 people at one time that says I chose all my friends based on positive stuff. Based on, you know what, I'm going to school, I need to choose somebody that, got the same degree plan as me, or as successful, or got their PhD. Hey, they buy homes or they sell homes. They travel all the time. Like, really, if you look at your group of friends, ask yourself, why have you chose those friends? And if they're positive, do they really bring some type of value to your life? The thing what I want to really say is the nucleus. The nucleus or the happy medium of your friends, is it positive or is it negative? See, if it's positive, then positive circles, you know that you could go to that positive circle. Like, I'm having a problem with my bills, I'm having a problem with my relationship, I'm having a problem just with my mental thoughts. But a negative circle, you're gonna be more embarrassed. See, if your circle is always, if it's filled with a bunch of negative people, it's turning up, it's doing a bunch of derogatory stuff, you're not going to that circle that always, they want to know the tea. They want to be petty. That's not the circle you about to say, man, me and my girl just broke up. You're not going to that circle. Or I'm having a problem with my man, or, shit, I can't read, or I can't drive. Whatever it is, you're not going to that circle with your problem because you're so scared of that, because you want everybody to think that you got it all together. You don't have any no problems. So my thing about it is, I'm gonna ask y'all right now, how many people actually have positive people in their circle that they deliberately put in their circle, or is it predominantly negativity?
I mean, for me personally, it's a lot of positive people that hang around. I don't like being around people that's negative, always trying to talk bad on. Share with people that's going to bring me life, it's going to bring me words of encouragement, etc. So, me personally, I try to get people that have similar mindsets, trying to build me up and trying to help me grow and expand my knowledge. For me personally, I don't know about, I can't speak for nobody else. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
let's read some of these comments real quick, okay?
Yeah, do that. Do that.
All right, Victoria. Victoria said, we also know many black people do things for you not out of concern, but to be able to say they did it. So I guess they're just doing it out of pride to say, "Oh, I did it," but they don't really mean to do it for your well-being. Okay. Crystal said they will say they want to help, but don't really want to because they don't want you becoming better than them. Yeah, that's all. That's all about pride and ego. You should want to do something willing for with someone else's sanity, not just for your own pride or ego. 'Cause I don't feel like you're doing it for the right reasons. You're just trying to get selfish or personal gain. All right, what else? What's going on, Felicia, Liz? What's going on, Chris? Yeah, positive circle. What's your thoughts about that?
Like, here's the thing, man. Just going back to the actual question, why is it so hard for black people to ask for help? The thing about it is, we have to realize that, asking for help does not make us weak, does not showcase us being weak. Asking for help showcases you being strong, to know that you have a situation or a concern that makes you want to run out there and say, you know what, I need support. I need help. And that's what being a human is. That's what being an adult is. Realizing the support and the help that you need. And sometimes you may not know what type of help you need. You just may need somebody not only to vent to, but somebody to help you develop a resolution or solution to the issue. You see what I'm saying? And I think that we just need to just tell people it's okay. It's okay to have a problem. You know, it's okay to have a problem. To applaud the fact that they're willing to tell people I have a problem. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about having a problem. Have a problem that you're willing to work to better. You don't want someone just to come in and take all over, like fix your problem. You want to work with them to help fix your problem. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. People do not seek support because they don't want someone taking over their problem. They don't want someone saying, they don't want to feel like they're powerless trying to get help. So sometimes when you're helping people, you got to realize, okay, well, first of all, what type of help what type of problem is it? And then what type of help do you want? Those things are important because you can't just go and I'm going to take over your life for you. Because that's why people shy away from people too, because it's like, I don't want this person in my business because they're going to take over, they're going to try to take over my life and tell me what to do. And really, it's just really about vetting and finding the best solution for the problem.
Yeah, you're right about that. You gotta have people in your corner and stuff, and put all that pride away, and not seeking help. If somebody's not trying to help you out, and they're not trying to build you up, and they're really wasting your time and your efforts. If you feel people are just helping you out just to say, "Oh, I made it," you wouldn't have done this without me. That person's not really there for you for the long run. They're just there for their own self. Costs of that as well.
You know what? You make a good point. Um, so my aunt she says, what happens when you ask for help from those you know have the power to help, but they won't? So here's the thing. You got to be cognizant that everybody has things going on in their life. Everybody has a situation, and everybody feels that certain things are a priority and certain things are not a priority, or whatever the case be. The thing about it is like this: ensure that the people that you have in your life, it's more than one person. Put a team around you, put people around you that you know that are striving to do better, that are striving to actually reach their goals, that they don't bring more problems to the situation. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, hey, I know this person is doing this, and I know this person is doing this. I want to create a circle, a trust circle where everybody is in support of each other. So if I ain't got it, you got it. If you ain't got it, I got it. If we ain't got it, you got it. And that's what you need. The thing about it is, here's the issue. The issue in life is broken people put broken people around them. So when one person ain't got it, the other person ain't got it. We ain't got it, you ain't got it. And it's just a bunch of broken people, a bunch of hurt people or broken people together going nowhere fast. So you got to make sure that the people that you're asking, they're not broken people. They're people actually in a position to help you. And if they're not those type of people and they're not in a position, then you can't say, oh, well, nobody wants to help me. You got to think about it. Okay, well, what's their situation that won't allow them to help me right away? But you got to also think about it too. Your life, you're responsible for your life and putting people around your circle, in your immediate circle, to support you, to help you, to help you grow. If you're relying on one person, I can tell you, you will see failure more than you see success. Talk to me, JC.
Amen, brother. You the CEO of your life. You fire people that need to be hired and fired. You need to promote people, demote people. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your life and your own decisions. But yeah, I also want to talk about people abusing the power of people helping them out. Someone trying to help you get a job and keep filling out resumes and stuff and helping you get back and forth to work, but you won't make it you won't take the effort to be on time. People lend you money, keep lending you money, but you're
Right.
not. Instead, you using the money to better yourself. You out there buying drugs and trying to,
Good
be
point. Good
alcoholic
point.
and addicted. It's like,
Good point.
you don't want to be out there abusing the power that people helping you out. Because a lot of people, they do end up being overly nice, overly generous towards the person. That person looks at it like, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of it because that person's always gonna do that. So you gotta be cautious of that as
So
well.
so
What's
so
going on,
here's
Stanley? What's going on,
you
Melinda?
make a great you make a great point. The thing about it is, it's like this, man. No one wants to help a lazy person. Nobody wants to help a lazy person. Here's my scenario. I'm gonna give you an analogy. Here it is. Suppose we had to go 10 miles, right? You and I,
Yeah.
me and JC had to go 10 miles. JC walks 1 mile. Perfect. JC runs another mile. He starts running. JC stops at 5 miles. JC ain't going no more. He's giving up. JC is now expecting me to help him. Now I need to encourage him. Hey, come on, brother. Yada. JC want me to pick his ass up and put him on my back and carry him another 5 miles. That's not the type of help that's not the type of help that people are trying to be a part of. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you want me to encourage you, hey, step for step, stride for stride. Come on, let's go. Breathe it out. Like, if you want me to do that, cool. You know what I'm saying? But you want me to carry you 5 miles. I can't carry you 5 miles and make it myself. You understand what I'm saying? I can't physically do that. So we gotta be realistic about the support and the help that we want. Gotta be realistic. And figure out, okay, well, am I asking you to carry me 5 miles, or am I asking you maybe to push me every mile? Maybe once a mile you just push me a little bit. We gotta be strategic in reference to the help that we want.
Yeah, you're right about that. Remember you said last week about the handbag? Either you're gonna have a carry-on, you're gonna have the oversized handbag. I remember you saying that, and I was just trying to make a reference that you don't want to bring your baggage, not baggage, you don't want to bring your load and someone else's load with you. You know, you're kind enough to pack the person's suitcase. They can at least do the most in carrying the suitcase to the plane or to the airplane to the jet wherever you put the bags at. I just feel like a lot of people just
If,
overuse the help that they get, and they don't really.
if you
You said what now?
if you're seeking support, understand there's a difference between helping you and then versus doing it for you. There's a
Yeah,
difference in helping you do something, helping you do a business, helping you get a car loan, helping you buy a home, helping you go back to school. There's a difference versus me doing the car loan, going back to school. It's a difference. The thing about it is, no one in their right mind would seek another person's responsibility. Nobody would just go out and say, give me your life. Let me live your life for you and live their life as well. No, that's too much. And see, the thing about it is, that's not getting help. That's getting someone to live your life while your hands off. And that is lazy.
yeah, you're right about that. It is being lazy, and that's really being selfish, because I feel like you're gonna help somebody out. You need to, set boundaries. Like, yeah, you need $50. Yeah, I'll give you 25. Set boundaries. You're gonna try to help somebody out. You want to do
Yeah,
everything for them.
you right. You know
Just
what,
like just
man?
like back in school, sometimes you may not understand the test questions, but if the teachers keep doing it for you, you're not gonna learn. So you have to take the time to do it
Mhm.
for yourself. So you get the hands-on experience.
No
Oh, what up?
doubt, no
Okay.
doubt.
What else? Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, man. I think that we in the Black community need to be realistic about the things that we ask of other people, the things that are expectations of other people. Should we want people or expect people to be courteous? Should we expect people to be mindful of what we have going on from time to time, that, you know, like support us and all that stuff? Yeah. But I think we exaggerate our expectations sometimes. We expect people to care about things that really don't have anything to do with them. We expect people to do for us when we sometimes don't do for ourselves. So when it comes to why is it so hard for Black people to ask for help, the thing about it is because their expectations of what is supposed to be received. I can't expect JC to come pay my bills if Mario don't pay his bills. I can't expect JC to take care of my children if I don't take care of my children. You understand what I'm saying? My expectations can't be the help that I need from JC is for JC to do it for me. Now, can JC say, okay, well, here go $100, brother, until the first. I want my money back though. You see what I'm saying? Here's how to be a better father. Here's a book, here's a video, you know, that's help. I can't expect another man to be a man for me. I can't expect a woman to be an adult for me. So when you ask for help, make sure that the help that you're asking for is realistic. It's realistic. And sometimes we don't understand in the Black community what's realistic help. We don't know. We haven't been taught. We have not been taught what's realistic. We haven't. I expect you to pay my bills and your bills. I expect you to do this and whatever you got to do for yourself. And that's not realistic. Because realistically, I'm gonna support what's in my household first. That's the priority. Now, if I can do something else to help somebody else, time when I can do it. But I'm not gonna give you all of this, and we have less of what we need. You understand what I'm saying? So be realistic with your help in the Black community. That's what I'm saying. Reggie, what's up, man?
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. Also, entitlement. Some people feel entitled. You have to. They demand you to do for them. You know, I don't feel that's right neither. You know, you shouldn't have to. Gun to their head, like do this, do that. Like, nah. You know, you need to, always set boundaries and stuff. And don't just be a fool and just keep helping somebody out. They're not helping you out. They're not, pouring back into you. You know, you're always giving, but you never receive anything from them. So that's something you gotta be cautious.
You know what? You have JC. You have people out there that they pride themselves on saving people. You know what I'm saying? They pride themselves on saying, "Let me run to your rescue." I believe that if you continuously run to someone's rescue, you are crippling them. You are not allowing them to prosper. You are not allowing them to think. You are not allowing them to manifest what it is that they need to do in order to get on their feet. Let me tell you something. It does not take a long time to get a job. Stop it. If you want to get out there and work and get some money in your pocket, it is numerous ways, both legal and illegal, that you can do. I'm not advocating for the illegal. I'm just saying I'm not going to keep on giving you $100. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep on doing things financially for you when at this point in time, it's been 6 months and I'm still giving you money. That don't make sense. So I'm saying in the Black community, we need to be realistic, not only with the support that we ask for, but also realistic with the support that we give. I'm gonna need y'all to share this real quick because somebody need to hear this. Because people expect you to be their knight in shining armor. But sometimes you need to be realistic with yourself and like, okay, well, how much support can I really give somebody else? How much can I do for you without hindering me? So sometimes you need to have a hard conversation. Say, look, I don't mind supporting you, but I'm not going to be your lifeline every month. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to develop a support system. A support system, ladies and gentlemen, is not one person. It's not one person. You need to have several people, both men and women. Oh, I'm about to say something going to hurt somebody's feelings. And diversify your support system. That means you need white people. You need some Korean people. You need some Spanish people. You need to diversify your support system. Diversify it. Because guess what? That Spanish person, they may know how to work Fortune 500 companies like nobody business. That Caucasian person, they may know how to cook and have great relationships. You have to diversify your circle. Stop thinking, oh, well, if it's all black, it's all good. No, that's small-minded thinking. And as long as you think like that, you're always going to be in the same rut that you find yourself in, because you're too scared to open up your circle and to bring some people in that's not the same color as you. That's why you're not winning. And that's why you still need help. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. You got to diversify yourself. Any color or race, if anybody can that positive input, seek it. Don't be too prideful to ask for help and trying to get a good sense of understanding. I don't care what color he or she is. If they can help me out, then yeah, I'll go for it. But we all need teaching. We all need learning. I don't care how old you are. Everybody's still you can learn something.
So my aunt said we as black people do too much enabling. And we do. We baby people. We don't force people to be men and women. We don't force people to be young adults. We don't even allow kids to be children. What? How many people that's under the age of 12 years old, somebody that put cable in their name? Huh? Put light bill in their name. we as the black community, bro, like we have some of the most creative, artistic, prideful, beautiful, wonderful, amazing people. But sometimes our thought process is so disembobulated, it's crazy. It's like, bruh, like we could achieve so much if we actually use a better thought process. I hear people in the, it's all about the black. It's all about the black dollar, but do you think I'm going to spend my black dollar with a black business that has bad customer service? Okay. We need to help ourselves. And by helping ourselves, we need to be realistic with what we're doing and what we're asking for. I'm asking for a good product. I'm asking for good service. I don't need your attitude. I don't care what's going on with your baby mama. I don't care what's going on, daddy. I want my product on time. But we expect as entrepreneurs or business owners, our friends to support us, but they know your product and services is not good. You see what I'm saying? So we're asking for help. We're asking for support, but we're not being realistic about actually providing good services and good products. So sometimes what you ask for, make sure it's realistic. Make sure that you're in good standings with what you're asking for. That means you're loyal and you're trustworthy. Don't ask for money if you ain't loyal and you're trustworthy. Me as your friend, I'm not gonna give you money if I know I ain't gonna get the money back. Or if you stand with me saying, yo, I just bought $100 from JC, man, he ain't getting that money back. But then you turn around next week and say, Mario, yo, I need you spot me, bro. No, Mario ain't spotting you. You ain't give JC his money back, bro. So we gotta be realistic with what we doing, man.
Yeah, it's all about being responsible, being accountable. Like I said, there are people out here that's willing to work with you. But you gotta take time out and actually seek those people out. And like I said, you don't want to handicap somebody to keep doing something with someone over and over and over again, and then the other person they're not gonna learn a lesson.
Right.
You can sit here and rob a bank over and over again. You don't get no crime time. What you gonna keep doing? You're gonna keep robbing the bank. So, you gotta be boundaries when sudden. You know, I might give you a loan for 6 months, or after a year or two, I expect to be paid back. You know, that's why you get expectations from.
Yeah, I mean, we just have to be cognizant of what it is that we're expecting, what it is that we're doing, man. You know, asking for help again, it does not mean that you're a weak person. It means that you're a strong person who realizes that there are concerns that need to be addressed and you need support. You need support. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. If someone asks you for support, let me get into this. Let me get into this real quick. If someone asks you to help them with something, you don't have the right to act like you're holier than thou. You don't have the right to look down on a person. You don't have the right to say, how dare you ask me X? Like you know, as blessed as you were to be in a position that you are in, for someone to say, you know, I'm comfortable with you enough, I respect you enough to ask you for help. How dare you, as the person being asked for help, turn your back, look down, wave off, or ignore someone who needs your help? That's something that shouldn't be respected by nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you can't do something, say you can't do it. Or say I'm working toward trying to help you. But just to blatantly ignore someone asking you for your help, then my thing about it is, it's like this, ladies and gentlemen. If I ask you, if you're in my circle and I ask you for support, you're not going to get 100 times to tell me you can't help me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, realistically, I'm not going to say the first time you do it, you're out the circle. No, that's not realistic. But it will not be multiple times. It will not be repetitive. It will not be where I know if I ask you, you're not going to do anything. Those are the type of people you don't need in your circle. Those are the type of people that you're holding on to and you keeping in positions where other people could be there and actually giving you support. So sometimes we got to be adult enough to ask ourselves, is my circle really a support system, or do I just have a bunch of people around me? Somebody talk to me right now. Somebody talk to me right now. You gonna read some of these comments, man?
Okay, let me read. What's going on, Marlon? Marlon said, I'm okay with helping someone, but there's a thin line where helping people is okay, but taking advantage of someone is zero tolerance. Yeah, I do agree with that. What are your thoughts about why black parents not pushing their black boys to leave the house quick, but it happens more with the women? Uh-oh, that's a good topic. And Marlon said, it's like you feel like the boys are being more coddled and women are being told to be more strong, independent, and think for yourself, as opposed to the boys being more coddled. And, I don't want you to go out there. I don't want you to go out there in the real world, and parents' life rather coddle them. What's your thoughts about that?
So that's a real easy one. If you want to address it, or you want me to address it?
I mean, you go on.
All right, so check it. I'm gonna throw a little bit at it. Okay, you said his name was Marlon James. All right, check it out. First of all, if you look at the black community is known for being predominantly single parent households. You look at the single parent households, and predominantly it's females. Now check this out. When you got a son that's growing up, what is the son doing? What is the son doing? The son is worried about the security in the home, right? The son is worried about being a provider, a protector. Hold on, stay with me. The son is maybe cooking meals, maybe taking out the trash, maybe, hey, mom, I'll do this, maybe washing the car, cutting the grass. Think about it. Why would you, as a single parent, want to hurry up and push that son away? You wouldn't. You would want to keep that son around because guess what? That son provides what the boyfriend would have provided, right? The son provides what the father would have provided or whatever. So now you're grooming, and that's what a lot of parents do. They groom their sons to take the roles of the men that are not in their lives anymore. or that don't want to be a part of their lives anymore. That's why you get that push of maybe the females to be pushed out, but not the boys, because the boys are taking those male responsibilities as a role. Let's say a role model, protector and provider. The boys are doing that. They're being trained and groomed to do those things. So if you have someone that's old enough, hey, you need to watch your siblings. Hey, you need to cook and you need to clean. You need to pick up your siblings' jobs so you can help with these bills. Something to think about. What you think about, JC?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that. I mean, I do feel like a lot of women are kind of taught to be pushed out a lot sooner than boys, etc. Which is I don't have an issue as long as he's contributing to the household. He's not just laying up playing PlayStation or Xbox all day. He's actually helping out. I don't have an issue with that. As long as he has some kind of vision, kind of plan for himself, that's cool. But I just feel like women fathers tend to push them out or think for yourself, because you can't really rely on a man to do much for you nowadays. You're very much going to be by yourself, working,
I don't,
cooking, cleaning,
JC.
fending for yourself.
I don't want a woman to look. I don't want a woman to take that last piece that I just said and be like, oh, that's not. I want you to really think about what I said. It's not that women deliberately keep the boys in the house. It's just that they feel a role that's so vital and key that allows that woman, the mother in the household, to continue to work, to provide, to provide some breathing apparatus to say, you know what, woo, I'm so glad he cooked. I'm so glad he watched after his siblings. So I don't want anybody to think that people are out here deliberately doing it intentionally. I'm saying that role of that young adolescent boy that he feels in the household is just so critical, and it happens so naturally because no decent young man wants to see his mother struggling. They're going to do what they need to do in order to provide for that household and to provide some leverage, some alleviation of a situation for their mother, siblings, or anybody in that household. They're going to automatically take that role. That's why you have a lot of young boys running to the streets selling drugs, because they know that their mother is working 2 jobs, or their siblings need shoes, or they don't really have shit. They eat oodles and noodles for a whole week, or the light's getting ready to turn off. So they're doing things to try to be proactive and productive. The situation is that them being proactive and productive now is a risk, because now those young boys get caught up in the system. They get caught up in the system. Now they're getting busted, right? They're turning into narcs for the police. So now they're already 21 jobs. And then guess what? While they were juvenile, and guess what they were learning while they was in jail? How to be better criminals. So now they go back out to this, to guess what? They go back where they started from. They go back to their mama's house. If they don't already have a girlfriend with now two or three more kids, and the cycle repeats itself. We need to learn how to ask for help, goddammit. We need to learn how to ask for help, how to get out the projects, how to raise better men, how to raise better women, how to be better families, how to be in better relationships, how to stay married, how to just be better people. We need to ask for help. We need to ask for help. We need to stop shunning people because they say, you know what, I need help. If you need to do a GoFundMe for your lights, cool. But you can't do it every month. You understand what I'm saying? If you need a GoFundMe to get books for college, cool. But you can't do it every month. That means I don't mind helping you, but I can't carry you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mind pushing you a couple miles, but I'm not carrying you all the way. Because you can't break me down and expect me to be 100% for my family. I mean, that's just real, man. Somebody might not agree. It's fine, but I'm just saying, that's just how I feel.
Yeah, like I said, like you said before, I was pushing the kids out and stuff. Just I would just say, overall, you're gonna sit there and you don't want to sit here and coddle your boys. A lot of times they'll end up tend on to their woman, and then the woman becomes their mother, their sister, and she doesn't really play the role in the growth and etc. You know, you got to be conscious of that. You know, you're right though. You know, you got to teach these young boys about credit. You know, how to have good credit. You know, and keeping your name, your record clean because you know job seekers they do look for that. You know, they always a lot of times you can't qualify for a lot of jobs just because of what may happen when you was an adolescent and you was still growing and developing. You know.
The situation is when we talk about asking for help, black people asking for help, brother. Here's my thing. The issue is that we have a generational flaw. We have grandparents raising, not our generation, raising grandkids. So the generation that's here is totally doing what the hell they want to do. Those millennials, they're totally doing what the hell they want to do. I'm getting lit. I'm living my best life. Oh, I'm party. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing me, right? And then we have grandparents raising children. The issue is that those grandparents can only prepare those children with a smidgen of what they need to be successful now. Case in point. Case in point. If I was to walk up to a grandma, the majority of them would not know what getting lit is, a savage is, turn up is. You know what I'm saying? So the lingo is different. The lingo is different. How to use a computer, how to do a Facebook video. The lingo is different. You understand? Not only verbal lingo, but life lingo is different. Now you can try to teach them to have loyalty and respect and all this other stuff, but really, can you really teach them how to maneuver in a crowd of savages, of boss bitches? You know what I'm saying? You can't teach them how to do something you ain't never been exposed to. You can't, let's say I'm from the backwoods of Mississippi. Can you teach them how to go to Atlanta and be like this star? Can you teach them how to go to New York and be a star? If you ain't been in the jungle, it's hard to tell somebody how to survive in the jungle from the backyard. It's different. So when we talk about needing help, we need help just with our generational gap. We need help raising our children. We need help being better adults, better friends, better colleagues, better family members. We need help. The Black community needs help, not just men and women. We as a whole need help. So when you come across somebody having a conversation like this is something that you share. This is something that you tag your family members and your friends and say, hey, check these dudes out. Check what they're saying. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay not to be Hulk or Superman. It's okay to be human. That's real shit, man.
Okay, Marlon said grandparents in a generation be about 30 and 40. And we don't see nothing wrong with it. Shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, that's
You're right.
problem.
You're right.
You know, Marlon, you got to touch something.
You're absolutely right.
You know, especially when they start growing probably in teenage pregnancy. I don't agree with all that, you know.
You're absolutely right, Mr. James. You're absolutely right. Grandparents these days, 25. They're all in the club together. But here's the thing, you know what, man? Let's really kick this in a different direction. You made a great point, but let's kick this in a different direction. Let's say that a 25-year-old or 27-year-old, let's bump it up a little bit, right? They wouldn't know what getting lit is. They wouldn't know what going Facebook Live is. They would know all these things. But here's the issue. The issue is that a lot of times when you have 21 to 27-year-olds, they're still discovering who they are. They're still trying to, you know what? I want to travel. I want to get my credit right. You know, I'm still dating. I'm still trying to figure things out. Still trying to figure things out. Now, here's the situation. The situation is that we talked about 30-year-old grandparents. So not only do those 27-year-old people got to deal with their teenage son or daughter now having kids, but they still got to deal with their kids themselves because their kids went out and had another kid. So that's 2 more generations that you as a 25-year-old, 26, 27-year-old have to deal with. But you so busy worrying about you. You worried about getting lit, going to the local club this weekend. So you're not worrying necessarily about the development of the next 2 generations that's following you. And you know what you're doing for the next 2 generations that's following you? You're telling them that it's more important to listen to people like Wendy Williams. It's more important that we worry about Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and Bill Cosby than worrying about what school, what college you want to go to, saving money, what's credit, treating people with dignity and respect. See what I'm saying? Now, it's not everybody, but the majority of the people that social media promotes, it's a lot. And you notice on certain channels, especially the reality TV shows, think about what they promote on those reality TV shows to our youth. Turn it up. And for the people that do own businesses, a lot of the businesses is ratchet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you really give it back to the community. It's showing you how to be ratchet. It's showing you how to say, go buy a bunch of expensive stuff, stand with a bunch of people that don't know you, and try to prove something. But the thing about it is, it's not helping you with your mental health. You see what I'm saying? It's not saying I'm 1 second away from suicide. How do I get support? So we got to be cognizant of what information we put in our bodies and what we think is important to establish. Because I have girls. I have 4 girls, right? And God forbid if I allow them to think that them going out the house half naked is win respect. So I got to help them understand that you can do what you want to do as a woman. That's cool. Okay. But I got to show them what's respectful, what's decent, what's professional. That means I need to put women around them that carry the same standards that I want to promote. I got to help them do that. And if I, as a father, don't understand that, then I'm their mothers to help me develop that standard. Because I can't do it by myself as a man. I need help. That's just me, man.
Yeah, amen. I mean that you commend yourself that you need help. Like I said, you do need help. You do have to teach, your girls to respect themselves and have dignity. And like I said, you can't be go out there and wear any kind of dress. Have some kind of respect for yourself. Open up a book. Read magazines. Go to the library. You don't have to be on social media. You want to be exposed to that type of light. You can always find something else to do to better yourself. Worry about where you're trying to go to school, what you're trying to do. There's always different ways to keep yourself productive and your mind flowing instead of just all the negativity that you see on social media.
JC, I had the opportunity to sit down and redefine my 5-year plan. For those of you that know what a 5-year plan is, great. For those people that don't know what a 5-year plan is, basically that's you just sitting down and developing benchmarks in your life of things that you want to achieve in 5 years. So it could start anywhere from 30 days all the way out to 5 years. Some people go yearly, some people go quarterly, whatever the case may be. So I had a great opportunity to sit down and talk about the things that I wanted to get accomplished with my family, individually, and just collectively overall. So it is so empowering to know that you have people around you that are telling you, hey, that sounds great, and this is how you can do that. This is how I can help you get there. This is another frame of mind that you could be thinking about, whatever case may be. I say that to say this. If you don't have people around you, that say, let's sit down and talk about your 5-year plan. Let's sit down and talk about your goals, the things that you want to achieve. How could you be somebody's friend if you've never asked them what you want to achieve? How could you sit down and say that's my best friend, but you don't know what their goals are, where they're going in life, or where they're trying to get to in life? This is a real conversation. How could you say that's my friend? I care about them. I love them. How many people you get? Oh, that's my it. That's my nick. Bruh, what are they trying to achieve in the next 30 days? We ain't talking about shots at the bar. We ain't talking about going to the strip club. We ain't talking about making it rain. What are they trying to achieve? Are they investing? Are they buying a home? Are they going to school? Are they having a baby? Are they putting money away? Are they saving? Are they traveling? Like, what are they trying to achieve? And see, the thing about it is, in the Black community, these are things that very few people talk about. That very few people go down your timeline and see what's important to people. Go down your timeline and see what's important to people. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just social media. I do it for social media. No, you do it for real life. You do it for real life. All of that stuff that you posted, that's really you. You know what I mean? Come on now. Come on now. That's really you. That's real talk.
No, you're right about that. You're right. You gotta have that vision. They all say you don't have a vision, it will perish. So you gotta have a vision for yourself, 5-10 year plan, and know what you're about. You don't want to just talk about it. You want to be about it. You want to make sure you aggressively making steps. Like, okay, month 3, this is where I'm at. Year 1, year 2, and how am I progressing? Am I decreasing? How close am I to that dream and to that goal? And they can always just change, monthly, yearly. It all depends on where you're at. Okay, Freedom Marie King said, when I was a teenager, there was a lot of programs that would be in school, after school, like Girls Guide, Association Brown, that keep you active in positive drug-free programs, how to prevent teenage pregnancy programs, all these programs to help and positive things in children's lives today, but they're not around much like they used to. Okay, that's a good one. As far as the program, they're not the same like it was back then, like drug-free, telling people how to like not get pregnant, like sex education, like nobody's really teaching the youth. What's your thoughts about that?
So here's the thing, in reference to like after school stuff and people, role models being around, coaches, big brothers, big sisters. We got to understand that, it's not that they're not around, it's that they're not promoted. You don't hear Drake, you don't hear Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, you don't hear these people saying, hey, find yourself a big brother or a role model, or those things are not being promoted. What they're promoting is fast cars, fast women, drugs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the thing about it is, it's up to us as parents, as older siblings, as adults, as friends, as colleagues, to ensure that not only the next generation, but ourselves, we're going out and we're seeking positivity. And I know people are like, what you mean seek positivity? We have to go to where the positivity is, and we have to bring the positivity back to where we are. That means whether it's a function that where people are role models at, or where it's something on social media, we have to be able to bring those things back and showcase those things for our children and for ourselves to increase the positivity.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's being out there, it's just not being promoted. And there's even some videos that me and Maury we do that try to help people out, but are those going to be really looked at as opposed to we're talking about, black women, disrespecting a black woman, or a black woman shouting at, a person at a restaurant? Like, what's going to get the most feedback? It's going to get the more views, etc. So it's like there are people that do promote, but it's not really being seen on mainstream media and stuff. You know, a
No
lot of
doubt. No
private
doubt.
organizations, yeah, but it's like they're not gonna get seen by the main media. They're not gonna promote that type of situation. You know, all they're gonna promote is the drama, the hurt, the killings, etc. But a lot of stuff is fucking good within the community. But the media, like CNN, Fox, is not gonna promote it. You know.
So good point. Good point. I'm looking at what Mr. James said. He said, "What are your thoughts about so many rappers being killed in the black community they were born and raised in?" Here's my thing, man. Uh, rappers are interesting. I used to do a lot of rapping when I was young or whatever, and the interesting piece about it is that a lot of people, rappers are poets that rhyme either a cappella or over a beat. That's what it is. That's how I see it, right? And a lot of times, when you have people poetry, they speak from places where they experience some type of hurt, some type of love, some type of whatever that situation was. They then take it and manifest that into some type of spoken word, whether it's through a beat, acapella, etc. So for the rappers that speak their truth and they speak it from a place where, let's say they speak it from the hood, or they speak it from a place where it's still an urban situation. My thing is this, man, use the same brain power that you take and you put music together and beats and this verse and this and this and the hook, and use all of that to your benefit, but also be able to use that to get you a job, to get out of that area, to manifest yourself. I think a lot of people, it's like, as long as I can rap about dope, drugs, and standing on the corner and being a thug, and I just seen a person get shot, it almost becomes this thing as where it's cool to do. It's not a way out. It's just cool to do. See what I'm saying? Now when Meek Mills raps about drugs and this and this and this, you gotta think about it. Meek Mills don't live in the projects no more. He don't. Lil Wayne don't live in the projects no more. These people don't live there anymore, and they're millionaires. They don't live there anymore. So when you as a rapper that's in a project and you rapping about X, Y, and Z, cool. But be able to wrap your mind around a way out. Wrap your mind around, like, hey, I'm gonna rap all night and I'm working 7-Eleven all day, goddamn it. Something gonna balance out. But get you enough money to transition. Even if it's a studio apartment, even if you gotta go rent a room somewhere, get out of that bad environment, because what's gonna happen is that environment is going to suck you in. It's going to suck you in, and it's going to force you to do things that you got to do to survive. Real shit. Talk to me, brother. Before we
No,
wrap
I'm
this
just
up.
gonna say you gotta have that escape plan. You're gonna have that fallback plan, and also you want to embrace your talents. You can dance, you can sing, you can write poetry. Always embrace what you feel like you're designed to be, and don't just be crippled to just working a 9 to 5. Always think of ways to spend your resources outside of you just working a 9 to 5 work. I think when people do that, I feel like people just feel like they be stuck in those dead end jobs and working a 9 to 5 with somebody, but it's not really something they really want to do or really passionate about. But just stay in it because okay, so it pays the bill, but you gotta find a way to do that and also work on your hustle, work on your craft, work on your purpose. Meanwhile, on the side.
Right. So before we wrap this up, man, what you got for me, man? You want me to give my little closing remarks?
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up real quick.
No doubt. Hey, man. Hey, listen, first of all, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you bringing me on. It's definitely always a pleasure to be able to come on your platform. For everybody that tuned in, that will tune in, please share. Please like, please share, please comment, or whatever case be. Please find me on any social media platform. Again, Mario Cochran, a.k.a. Mr. KTU 101. Reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's go live. Let's talk about it, whatever case be. I think it's so many platforms that promote men versus women, men versus men, women versus women. You know, right now, I think we all need a little bit of help. And why not have a hard conversation and discuss solutions and come up with a resolution that's going to be beneficial to everybody? Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. JC, I appreciate you, brother. Everybody that tuned in, appreciate y'all. Deuces.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all share this video. Thank Mario for tuning in. Everybody have a blessed night. Y'all like, share, subscribe to Mario's channel as well. You know, you can post us too. And yeah, y'all have a blessed night. Peace.